Morning.
Morning.
So I mean, like, usually, what I do is I've got. Oh, this is supposed to be the 4 hour, but I'll usually start by looking at like the day chart, right? Just kind of see where we're at, see if I can get any pulse of where we might go for the day, because that's probably the most indicator. I mean, as you can see, we just kind of broke above this one, so we're definitely going to have like a double tap. If we break through to the upside, we're going to go pretty high. I did have this, line here basically um, from whatever. So then I look at the day chart and I kind of, you know, obviously it's either going to go up or down, right? So I kind of make my little prediction and have my daily bias. So right now I'm thinking we're going to continue to the upside. We'll probably hit some sort of resistance, right about here. This is a key pivot point because you see the top of those wicks there. That's every time I've gotten there, the sellers have kind of stepped in.
Yeah.
Um, not rocket science. And then I take a look at I usually keep it on like the 4 hour. Um, oh, we got the open now. We had some big action at 5:30. And the other thing is, so if you go to financialjuice.com, you'll see the news. This is where I look. So we have news at 7 o'clock coming up. Housing market index, US business, Feds, Logan speaks at 7. So we'll see what that does.
There's a plugin for NinjaTrader that'll put that on your screen.
Oh, cool. That'd be good. I'm using a Sierra chart. So this is the one I've been using lately. It's good, except for sometimes it has some glitches.
Um, you know what I did is I went and I couldn't tell from you and I are the only ones on, right? I don't want to monopolize the call.
Yeah.
Uh, I couldn't tell from your video that I watched it looks like you're using support and resistance and I guess channels.
I
Uh,
mean, it's more like momentum trading if I had to put a word on what I do. But I'm just looking for easy wins, right? Like obvious setups. There's a lot of strategies that goes into everything I do, but it's more just like from learning all the things that I've been doing. But it's like channels, it's drawing. It's just kind of like I'll teach you how to make a lot of money. The hardest part is stop trading while you're ahead, having self control, right, and not giving it back to the market. That's the biggest thing.
great.
Yeah, like right now, I mean, if we look at it, you know, I would say a couple things. Like we came up from here, we're kind of on this upward tear, right? We got this level right here.
Yeah.
Very good. So I'm going to be watching these things. One of my favorite things to do is the 5 minute mark. So you let the market run for 5 minutes and then you mark the highs and the lows of the first 5 minutes. And then it usually will tell you kind of an idea of what it's going to do for the first hour. And then you check the first hour and blah, blah, blah.
Somebody told me there was the concept of, and I hadn't heard this. I don't remember what it's called. It's whatever it does for the first, I think, 30 minutes or hour.
Yeah, for the first hour.
Um, it sort of sets the tone for the day. But
Yeah. Well, it's always good to check that.
and what did you say? The first 5 minutes?
Yeah. So the first 5 minutes usually gives me like an idea of what's going to happen next. So like after the first 5 minutes, I'll mark where it was and the highs and lows of it. And then if it goes, if it keeps going up, then it's probably going to keep going up for a good chunk. If it goes down, it's going to keep going down. But you
Okay,
just mark those bars, and it just kind of gives you a good place to start, right? So we're still only 3 minutes at, and I mean we got some pretty serious resistance up here, and also for some reason like the magical 20s. Usually for some reason it goes from 20s and then it goes to 80s, and there's just always some sort of resistance there. Not like a real rule, but
when you say
just from what I'm
20s,
seeing. So
80s.
like this is we're at 820, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then like the um where's the 80s? So like right here was the 80s. We had a little bit of resistance there, and before we broke out. So for some reason, it just likes to do that.
And you don't start trading until like around quarter till or 7, right?
I mean, I try not to.
Yeah, I don't. To me, it's like 7. I wait until
Yeah.
7.
And I mean,
Um,
there's news at 7 today too. I'll probably take one or two contracts and just mess around. But I'm not gonna try and do any serious trades until after the news, basically.
okay.
But yeah, we're coming up on the 5 minute. No, I'll just probably do my little lines. So like here was the high. So give it a minute, see if we break through the bottom. Yeah. So I mean, we broke the channel. So probably a pretty good shot that we're gonna keep rolling down, but we'll see. So boom. Damn. I'm just gonna see if we keep going further down.
Yeah, there's actually a resistance point at on the 4 hour
Yeah.
at 580.
Yeah. I mean, I just see a lot of momentum though. I mean, we got a
Yeah,
lot of lines right there. I mean, this is a pretty good pivot point. So if I lose it, I lose it. But
it's the
yep.
15.
Yep. Boom. Look at that. Let's let it chop around. And then tomorrow is the FOMC. Yeah, tomorrow is gonna be a crazy day. Might just sit it out. 5:30, 7:30. FOMC is at 11:30. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Today might be a sideways day too. When did you start doing futures?
A year ago.
Nice.
I love it so much.
Same. It's a good time.
It's so much fun.
Yeah. Just trying to like mastermind the system. And then I don't know, just like when you're retrading in the zone, you realize it's all your fault. So it's all about really
Yeah,
mastering yourself and then putting
yeah.
in the right trades, but then also having the right strategy. So I'm thinking at least.
I definitely had to turn my mentality from having fun to making money.
Right.
I'm making that transition, but
Mhm.
man, in some ways, it's like a fucking addicting video game.
Yeah. You gotta be the observer, not the predictor, and you gotta kind of not be a dopamine hunter, right? That's the biggest thing. It's like when
Yeah,
you start getting just hunting for the dopamine, that's when everything kind of goes
yeah.
goes sideways. Are we coming up on the VWAP?
Well, and I think you kind of mentioned it. Once I hit my goal, I switched to a different sim account,
Yeah.
and you know, so that I can get my fun. Uh, so um, Like I think you mentioned going from your funded account to a sim account kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
So
The other thing is,
what are those other quadrants you have up? Oh, are they just different time frames or
yeah, it's all the same
yeah,
stuff on
4
different
hour,
time
15. Okay.
frames. And
This
then
is Trading View. Okay.
yeah.
Because so
So
you use Trading View for charting.
yeah. And like I could do Sierra chart, but I like to just have it a little bit
And then
bigger.
but you do your trading on NinjaTrader, right?
No, I'm doing it on Sierra chart. I have both. So for Top Step, I have NinjaTrader. For Apex, I use Sierra chart. And
I
Sierra
don't
chart's
see
decent.
our charts.
Yeah. And the reason I like Sierra chart is because you can basically stack 20 accounts. You can't do it in NinjaTrader essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, I think we're potentially still bullish, but we're also at the top of the range. So we'll see what happens here. What I'm thinking is we had the big open, green came back down, resistance, it kind of stop hunted. So whenever you see these big candlesticks and then a lot of, bounce back, I just think it's manipulation. So I think we're going to continue going higher, but I've been wrong before. And it looks like my screen froze. Weird.
It looks to me like it's going lower.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It was higher, now lower.
I don't know why my thing is freezing now. It's like, ugh, I love it when technology is glitchy. I won't do what I want it to do.
You said something about Slack. Um,
Yeah, I got to send you a message in there. My bad.
okay.
Yesterday I got busy, but so the idea is like, what did you do your pre-trading ritual? Where was your mindset? Did you draw out the pivot points, right? The points of interest. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for. And
Okay.
it's just like, what was your mindset going into it? What did you learn today? Those are kind of the main things.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. And it's just like to keep track because like if you're going to be serious about trading, I find journaling does help, even if it's like an annoying extra thing.
Yeah.
But you gotta, sometimes you need expert advice, and you just need to journal to yourself.
Absolutely. I
You know what I
know
mean?
it's
Yeah.
that kind of stuff helps.
Yeah, exactly.
It's even if you never look back at it,
Mhm.
recording it is a good exercise in and of itself.
Yeah, definitely just going sideways right now. So
Yeah.
it's frustrating.
Yeah. I don't, I'm just like, I mean, I think the thing that people are contemplating is whether it's a quarter point or a half point.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. But now I still think we're going back up a little bit, but we'll see if it actually follows through. Because like if you look at the charts, we're on this vicious upswing, and then we kind of came down. We hit this point of resistance. We're looking for a stop here. We keep hitting the stop, and we're either going to break through and probably go back down to the VWAP, right? Or we're going to bounce back up, tap this, and then go back down to the VWAP.
That black line is the VWAP.
Yeah. So I do like the VWAP. It's not the end all be all, but it is kind of the market's always kind of seeking to balance out. So it's just always a
If you
good.
don't, as far as moving averages, is that the only thing you use?
Yeah. I pretty much just use the VWAP and the volume. That's kind of the main things that I'm looking at, as well as key points and time of day. So those are like kind of the main things that I'm looking at. And when I say time of day, it's just like if there's less than 1,000 people trading or 3,000 people, like it's not really worth it. So I just try and do my trades usually between like 6:45 and 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock, or really honestly, I just try and make my money and then I try and get off. Otherwise, I'll just sit here all day and keep clicking away.
And let's see, what is the time frame on that on the bigger chart in the middle?
On mine. So I
Yeah,
got the 4 hour,
1 hour
15 minute, and then the 1 minute.
and the 1 minute. Okay, I couldn't say. Okay, so that one up there is the is the
Yeah.
time frame of the
And
chart.
sometimes I switch between, like, sometimes I'll use this one as well to just to look at the ES and see if there's any variance between them. Right. And I'll just see, I don't know, ES is doing nothing. And the variance just tells me, like, like if I see the S&P move lower and the Nasdaq is moving up, then I know that there's some sort of imbalance that's going to happen and we might flip. But for the most part, I just keep it on the 15, 30 minute. See, look at that. And now it goes up. So we kind of hit the stop, couldn't break through, found the stop. Now we're moving up to the upside. So, and then we're back down.
Okay. And when you say that, you're looking at the 1 minute.
Yeah. I enter all my trades on the 1 minute.
Okay.
But I think we're only going to hit this line and then, no, I can't. I don't want to say I know anything.
Okay. So
Just gonna
that's
let it
the
do.
1 minute. So you're okay. So what you do, you drew that. Is that you call them channels, right? That
Yeah, I mean this is just kind of like an obvious one. You see where we had this like line of resistance here. That was pretty tough.
yeah.
And then we broke up here. We hit this. We have this like high right here. This looks like, we had news, hit it
Yeah.
and stop, hit it and stop. And then right now, we're kind of just bouncing in between from the top and the VWAP. So we'll really see. But and this is just like an imaginary line. This is just kind of my own reference though, because a lot of the times though I'll see us stick to that line. We're still on the upswing though. That's kind of what I was mostly looking at.
Okay.
But at 7 o'clock, the news could just mangle this thing. It doesn't matter.
Uh,
And yeah, it's just nothing really worth doing at the moment. The main thing with trading is be smart, be patient. Two things I think I am, but that I struggle with.
we all do.
Yeah.
Can you go back to the beginning of where you drew that line?
The 5 minute line? Or
Uh,
no, yeah, sorry. Yeah, this one.
the one you were just showing. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is a 1 minute chart, and you're starting at 5:08.
Yeah, but it's just literally the bottom of this last move. If you wanted to get fancy with it, we could probably do the this, whatever it's called. I forget what it's called, the Fibonacci sequence. And then you could see the different lines, the different channels, right? Boom, boom, boom. But instead of doing the whole Fibonacci, I just drew a line because you can see where the resistance was the whole time as it scaled up.
Oh,
And
I
then when
see.
we broke,
You're starting at kind of like where that.
yeah, where the low is. Like if I wanted to do a real one, it would be like down here, but that's too far. That's too old. There's
Yeah,
not enough data, or even back down here, right?
for sure.
But that's just not really where we're at. And actually, if you look at it, like we did break, like we were moving up until about right about here. We broke down. We did one more shot above, and then
Yeah,
now we're kind of flirting with actually flipping to the downside now. Like, I mean, I don't want to confuse you because this is just theory, right? We're just chatting, but in theory, now we kind of have a new high here, and then we kind of have some resistance right here. So we might be on the way back down now. And I'm just looking at it, trying to see if there's obvious information that I can use to make better
sure.
trades. You know,
Yep.
and then the candles, they do tell a story, kind of. We tried to go up here, rejected. We tried to go up here, rejected. So there's a lot of sellers that whenever we seem to break on out, we have a we have some momentum potentially if
Uh,
we start going to the downside. But usually, like whenever you see this line, it'll come back to that, it'll tap it, and then it will complete the move. But again, it's just basically you could just make stuff up too. You could be like, oh, look at the but
yeah.
the candles are telling us a lot. Like we're definitely going sideways. This is a terrible uh we're really hoping that we start to break on out and get some
Yeah.
momentum either to the
Yeah.
upside or the downside, or at least give us an idea of where the trade is going to go today. But we got 10 minutes till the news. Who knows what's going to happen? So
Uh,
yeah,
let's see. The news today is
yeah. So have you ever seen financialjuice.com?
I haven't used Financial Juice.
Oh yeah, you told me you can have it on Ninja Trader. But anyways, it's free, so that's why I like it. but it'll tell you, what's going on.
So
So we got the Fed, Logan speaks to 7, U.S. housing market, U.S. business industry. So it's not like life threatening at 7 actually, but if you see a lightning bolt, something's going to happen.
the
And if,
lightning bolt is like higher impact
yeah,
news.
like red lightning bolt is going to be a big move. Yellow, it could be nothing. It could be, some action. So
Okay.
we'll see. Oh, we're finally breaking to the downside now. But I still don't know if we're going to break through this resistance we had. Yep. Nope. There we go. Now we're starting to flush out. We're going to hit VWAP. And we're flying down. So, like I said, we came back up. We tapped that little line that I was talking about and just tanked.
Yeah.
Just absolutely tanked. Like the line was a little high. That was pretty much it. And now we're at the VWAP. But I mean, if we're going down today, probably.
I don't know if NinjaTrader has VWAP.
I'm
I'm on NinjaTrader right now, so if
yeah.
I need to get on, I guess I need to get an account on TradingView.
Yeah, I just like all this stupid things on TradingView, and then I just like having a kind of a cleaner.
Is the VWAP, is that an it's a built-in indicator in TradingView?
Yeah, it's just one of the whatever they're called, indicators. Yeah, so I just use
yeah. See, NinjaTrader doesn't have it.
Yeah, that's kind of why I like TradingView. So I mean, if we're going down, we're basically at this resistance right now, which is the VWAP, and then I mean, next point of interest is pretty much like down here. So this is our third attempt at breaking 1600s or 600s, whatever.
What are those S and B?
It was just some stupid one. I wouldn't look at them. I mean, it's kind of just like another indicator that says, "Hey, buy, sell." I don't even know which indicator this is. This is the daily high CE.
They look like they work.
Yeah. But they always kind of, sometimes they'll show up and then they'll disappear, which is like, oh, great. Yeah. Thanks, indicator. You're super helpful.
There's so many of those. It's like, oh, sorry.
Yeah. So it's just another added fun thing.
Which is the problem with indicators, right?
Yeah.
In general.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you have to make your own decisions.
Right. Yeah. I'll probably get taken out here, but if we keep going, yeah, they don't work. I just wanted to see if we keep driving, because like this could just be like a falling knife day where it just like we absolutely fall out. Because tomorrow is the FOMC, so a lot of people might be getting out of the market at power hour, but I don't know. It's kind of a dumb day. I don't want to make too many things happen, but we've definitely kind of moved down. So they want to like.
I heard that the VWAP is kind of like a very popular for day traders.
Yeah, I mean, it's either going towards the VWAP or away from the VWAP, right? Sometimes it hits it bounces. It's just another one of those imaginary lines, but it's very consistent, right? And a lot of the big traders, like the whales, they have a lot of trades that sit around the VWAP. So that's another reason that it kind of actually works.
Meaning the investment banks and the
yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm just gonna move it into profit. I'm just gonna kind of trace it down because I don't know how low we're gonna go. So got my money back in $10. But I mean, if we broke through this line now, we're gonna
Which
probably the bottom. So like there's a lot of resistance right here around 510. And then now really like the next point of interest is down here at 462, which is a 20-point move. But we're moving so fast. I think I probably missed it. Should have just stayed in like a dumbass, but whatever. That's the way she goes. Mm-hmm. So now we went all the way. I mean, I always kind of think it's interesting when there's like 100-point move. So like remember we were talking about the 20s,
yeah,
boom, all the way down to this 20 mark now. Kind of interesting. I don't know if it means anything, but I mean, if I was a big whale, I'd probably be happy with 100-point moves. Put a bunch of trades in, get 100 points, get out. So it's
yeah.
always kind of interesting. And I don't think the news is going to do anything today, but I'm still just kind of cautious for the next 5 minutes, and then I'll probably start doing some bigger trades. Definitely getting a little action now finally.
I mean, it's definitely passing through some key support
Yeah.
resistance areas. I had gone through because in your video you talked about the 4 hour, the 1 minute, the
Yeah.
5 minute as your sort of like key, the charts you look at for. I don't know if you still do that, but
Yeah. Well, actually, like, what? Yeah, I agree. But I was just looking. So we have this fair value gap. Have you heard of fair value gaps?
uh,
Okay, so it's just basically when there's a big chunk. So the market's always kind of going for imbalances, right? And whenever you have these big green candles, especially on the 15-minute, like there's this big chunk where the buyers never really had a chance to get out. So you see that we flushed all the way down to this fair value gap, and then now we kind of want to watch it if we continue to the upside or what we're going to do. But it's just anytime there's like no, I don't know. I'll have to make a video and explain it better, but it's like whenever you see this middle candle right here. See, look, the stupid indicator just now told us to sell, and
yeah,
then it's gone, it
yeah.
disappeared. But that's a real fair value gap. So that's where we came down to. Very interesting. And then we bounce back. But the market's always looking for imbalances to correct, right? So this was a fair value gap, which kind of was a vacuum for the markets essentially. And that's like an ICT concept. He's a little kooky, but you can definitely at least learn from it and see where it says.
So a fair value gap means that there was significant moves in one direction that need to be.
Yeah, that weren't balanced out, right? Like when this was going up, only the buyers, we're taken care of. Only the buyers were able to get in. There was no sellers, so then the market had to correct, come back to that, and then now it's not like it's like a pretty good point that we might bounce now, but it's not. You kind of just want to use it it's like a vacuum essentially. It's like pulling the market towards it. Once those have been balanced out, then the market will choose a direction again. And I mean, it really looks like we broke down. We're hitting the VWAP. They're double tapping right now, and then we're probably just going to continue to the downside. But sometimes we like to pop a little bit higher above the VWAP, and then we'll continue. But we'll see. We got 3 minutes on it.
I'm surprised NinjaTrader doesn't have a VWAP.
Yeah, me too.
I've looked for it before, and it's not there. You can get them. I think you have to pay for them.
It stinks. Yeah, I've always just kind of done NinjaTrader and TradingView just because I like it. And I like Sierra Chart, but I've had more glitches with Sierra Chart than NinjaTrader. It's frustrating. Nothing sucks more than losing money because of some technology let you down. It's just maddening.
Absolutely.
Cool. Let's watch. I mean, I kind of want to get get it long. But got this line of resistance here, so we'll see. And yeah, it's always kind of hard to take all the things that I know and explain them clearly, but I'm working on it. More
I know,
videos
I,
and blah blah
and you
blah.
know, because yeah, I can tell like you move fast and you use words that I don't know yet. So, but that's okay.
Right.
It takes time.
Yeah. So I mean the ES is already going down, which makes me think. Not really. But you see the ES perfectly hit the VWAP and then returned, whereas the NQ made a little bit higher and then it's kind of flirting with going up still. So this is called an imbalance. And it just usually tells you there's a big move coming. Well, the news is in a minute. That's probably what the big move is.
Okay.
But who knows if the news is, I don't think this news is going to do much, but we'll see.
Yeah, it didn't look like it was high impact stuff.
Yeah, it's not, but there we go.
So tomorrow,
Yeah.
do you not trade or do you wait until,
I don't know. I mean, I'll probably be up and watching it, and then I might make some trades. But if I get wrecked like a little bit, I'll probably just stop. It's
yeah,
like kind of play it safe, but at the same time, there's going to be a lot of momentum, so there might be some good opportunities to make some good money. So just kind of got to be cautious, is all. Nope, no, didn't do nothing. Cool. Now we can kind of still just kind of a sideways choppy. Oh dang,
yeah.
there we go. Now we got some action. Yeah, short. See if I can make some money. But it's kind of just no. Nope, taken out. But at least it's starting to tell us like where the market's going today.
Down.
Yeah. Well, I can't say it's going down for sure actually right now. So I'm not really sure. I'm gonna probably just take my profit and hang out for a minute. Up, and it sucked it back up. Son of a bitch. Moving too slow. Because this could also be the bottom of a move. And we're going to continue to the upside now. Yeah, I'm going to get taken out here, basically. Taken out. Dun, dun, dun. So, I mean, I feel like we're going to be kind of, no, I don't know what we're doing yet. No clear sign.
Uh-huh.
Like we had these big moves to the upside, manipulation came down. We hit, this kind of point of interest, and then now if we break out of this downward momentum, then we're gonna just kind of have a slow grind to the upside today. And
Yeah.
we'll go back up to, up here probably. Yeah, that was a big move. A bitch. There we go. Nope. Do something crazy. Like go in the direction I want you to go. 679. kind of got in right at that point of resistance. We came back and we hit this yesterday's high. So I don't know if we're going to break through it again, but 3 green candles, if we break through that, we're going to have another pump up. So I'm going to take break even. I'm going to take $200. Yep. Slow, little choppy, stupid day. And it's going to continue up. Damn it. No, it's dumb. Now I'm chasing. Sometimes you got to just like let it ride. Frustrating.
So it pushes past that
Yeah.
580.
I mean, we're back into the 5-minute range again, which is always fun. But we're probably going to try and, well, I don't know. Yeah, that might be a turning point. Because I mean, it does kind of look like we're stair stepping down now, right? So we hit our high, came down, bounced back up. This was the next high, and then now we bounce back up, and we could do new move to the downside. But we also are building a lot of momentum, so there's no clear path right now.
Right.
It could just be a sideways day because the FOMC's tomorrow and not have any real big swings, which is kind of shitty for momentum trading. But I think I'll probably start just trying to make a little bit of profit here and there, and then just make some money on the accounts. Oh, look at that. We're going up.
So are you just gonna like tell me when you're gonna execute a trade, or?
Yeah, I'm just kind of scalping right now. There's no clear trades at the moment. If I see a good one, I'll let you know.
Okay.
I don't want, it's kind of like use your own judgment at this moment because there's no real money except for there's no clear perspective at the moment.
Yeah.
So if I tell you something, take it with a grain of salt and just kind of be your own master of your own disaster at the moment. Yeah. So now we hit that. I'm trying to think of what this green line is called. So the only other things that I like is so the black line was yesterday's low, green line was yesterday's high.
Uh-huh.
And those are always indicators of, points of interest, I would say.
Yes. Yeah, I have those on my chart. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and we're still stuck at it right now. We just kind of, so we broke below it. We came back, we hit it again. And if we go down, then that'll tell us we're going down. If we go up, then we're just going for a slow grind to the upside today. So we'll see where it goes. We broke through. So yeah, damn, this would have been a good entry point, but who knew? So just draw another line here. Slurp. I didn't even think about it. You can see Sierra chart when I pull it up, right? Or can you not?
I can't see it. I can only see trading view.
Oh, so sorry, man. I'm a knucklehead.
Oh, there it is. Oh, Sierra chart. I thought you were saying, oh, Sierra chart.
Yeah. So that's funny. All right. So,
yeah, I mean, you were talking about things. I'm like, where's he looking?
no, my bad. So, yeah, this is what I'm trading on.
Okay.
and we did not break
And
through.
you said Sierra chart is where you execute trades?
Yeah, this is what I'm using right now. And I just like this because you can basically stack accounts essentially. I got in right at the point of resistance, which is dumb, but it looked like we broke through, and then now we're just kind of bouncing around. I'm just thinking it looks pretty green from down here. Let's see. Nope.
And that line is the VWAP, the grayish
Yeah, that's the VWAP.
VWAP.
Probably gonna lose this one too, but it's worth it if we go down. Oh, let's just see if we can get the momentum. Yeah. Okay, cool. There we go. And it's kind of random, but whenever you have like a big move up, the third candlestick is almost always the one that's going to tell you if it's going to continue or not. I don't know why that is. That's the way she goes. A lot of green. But I still think I took a solid trade, but we'll see. And I'm probably going to take it out now. Dun, dun, dun. So, I mean, if we broke through that, then yeah, we're going to keep going back up to here now. So then do another one. So yeah, I mean, going long looks like the play at the moment, but I wouldn't enter just yet unless you're confident. And it's just so choppy today. It's annoying.
Yeah.
It's not giving us any like real action. Nope. We hit the line of resistance. You know, if we break through here, it's an upside. If we go back down, then we're going back down to the VWAP and probably down for a good move. But it's really solid moving up right now. You kind of need
Yeah.
to get in and then let it ride. But we didn't break through. Now we're kind of going down. And I'm gonna take a shot, shorting it.
Are you going to short?
Yeah, but probably should have waited a second. Yeah, it's not playing nice. Nope. We're going long. So
Yeah.
I think that makes more sense. Let's do another one. Just kidding. Look at that. This is just taking money. Probably just gonna wait a bit and see, let it play itself out. Yeah, today is not a momentum day. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna get some action, but it's just not. I mean, we came back up, we double tapped. This is the new high. Man, whatever. Just gonna trade. Just shut my mouth. Down. Bitch. Boo. Beautiful sideways day. Come on, do something. Gotta kind of just take what the market gives you. Let's see.
Yeah, this looks like sideways so far.
Yeah, it's pretty ugly. And I'm just getting chopped up, so it's no good. But I mean, you know,
How much profit do you look for in each trade?
um, I mean, it just depends on what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
But I kind of, like I said, kind of take what the market gives me. But I'm trying to get at least $1,000. I want like 10 points, and it's just not really happening today. It doesn't seem to want to give anything. It just seems to
Yeah.
take. This well. Yeah, I'm just gonna do another one. I don't want to lose too much more than like $500 on an account because there'll be more money to be made the next day.
Yeah.
Especially when there's just no clear direction. It's because it's really. I mean, if no, it's like what I think we're doing is we basically hit this stop. We're kind of looking for a new floor here, and then I think we're going to continue to the upside. But
Yeah.
this big candle here, this wick, we could just keep going down. Not a great day to start, but that's just the way she goes.
Do you have like you use the term like A plus trades, like
Yeah.
is there kind of or is it just by, do you have a definition for what's an A plus setup look like? Um,
Yeah.
um,
Well, I like wick tests. I like breakouts. Like a wick test would be we got this one red candle right here. So if we fall out, we'll probably come back down to about here and then we'll bounce. Order blocks is kind of another one. Have you heard of those before?
uh-uh.
So like this is a fairly good example of an order block right here. This one red candle. So you got three green, one red candle, three green, a bunch of green. So if
Yeah.
we come down and we hit this, I know that it's probably going to have a bounce, right? So that's what an order block is. And I'll show you. I've got some more videos where I kind of show those a little better.
Okay.
I mean, this looks like a move to the upside here.
Yeah. It's kind of
But
looking that way. It's slow, but
yeah, I don't like that it's so slow. Like
I know.
usually, if we're gonna go higher, this candle would hit up at least at the top of the range, and then the next one would go up. But we rejected it.
Right.
So this makes you think it's like a false breakout at the moment. Like
Yeah.
so because you see these lines, this one bounced up, big move down. We tried to come back up again, and then we're probably gonna have another big move down. But
Yeah.
it's just not really painting the picture, right? If we're really gonna look at it, like we want to see it do more clean moves, but nothing is very clean today. There's just not a lot of momentum. But we're trying to go higher. That's the key thing.
Yeah, it's sort of trying,
Yeah.
but keeps getting pushed back down.
Yeah. Now we're just kind of in this vacuum of nothingness. Mhm. I mean, hopefully we break to the downside now, but we'll see. Because I mean, this is what the one, two, three, fourth time we've tried to go higher.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So if it does go higher, then this will be the breakout. But at the moment, it felt like it was going to go down a little bit. No, it's all good. But definitely probably just need to not enter any more trades until it shows me something that I like. Yeah, look at these little, just the wicks are just like on both sides the whole way. And now it's going to go down, of course. Son of a bitch. There we go. Do something. Jesus. I'm going to take my profits. Just kidding. I'm not going to take my profits. Too slow. I don't really want to get taken out and move back to zero.
It could be like yesterday. It was just a range.
Right.
Yesterday it was just so range bound. But I mean, I made like $4,000 or $5,000 just kind of trading between the ranges.
Yeah. That's what you got to do. Take what the market gives. God damn. Son of a gun.
Yeah, there it goes. It looks like it's looking like yesterday.
Right. Just is so choppy. Man. Oh, fun stuff.
I've always used on my chart. I use the 120 EMA,
Yeah.
and um, it bounces off that thing a lot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess it's a sign that it is used
Right. That's a,
as uh, a movement indicator.
well. I think we're going lower. You got sound effects on or something?
What's that?
Now that I hear sound effects on your screen.
Oh,
Yeah, we're right at yesterday's high. We broke through actually, which is good. Come on.
yeah,
It would be kind of nice if we just break out to the downside and we go for the distance now. But
right.
I mean, we at least we have this imbalance down here with all these wicks, but it doesn't like
What is that when you
my plan.
see long wicks in one direction? What does it tell you?
It just tells me there's liquidity there, so that means that a lot of the I tried to go lower, a lot lower got bought. So it's just another point of interest. It's a pivot point kind of. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's my I have there's another book I have that's actually pretty cool. This guy, he's got some good kind of anecdotal techniques. It's called the volume profile,
Oh, cool.
and he talks about like long wicks to the down mean an uptrend,
Yeah.
the opposite for long wicks up on the top. Um, and it sort of looks like that.
Yeah. I mean, it just tells you that it tried to go higher and then got rejected,
Right.
which means there's a lot of sitting above it. Usually, like below it, there's a lot of unpurchased orders essentially. So
Yeah.
that's what it tells me. So then if we break through, we do it, but it also means that a lot of people are stepping in there
Yeah.
to go that direction.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to run and get some more coffee
Yeah.
since we're now pretty range bound.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Guess forgot. Oh, cool. Money, 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 money. Hmm. Come on, let's break through here. I finally got one. Okay, come on, breakthrough. Rude. Probably gonna take it out here. Yep. But maybe a little money there. Let's go to this one. Oh, I muted you. Sorry. I think we're going up now, but we're back at this pivot and not a lot of juice pushing it. But cool. So flat. Oh, sorry, Chris, you're muted.
Oh, sorry. Was I muted? You can hear me now?
Yeah. Come on, breakout. Doesn't like it. But a lot of resistance here. If we can finally
Yeah,
break
there
above
is.
this, it's going to get a run.
I
But I
mean,
don't know.
this is what, the fourth or fifth time
Yeah.
that it's tried.
I don't know how high it's going to run either. It might just run back up to the opening range and then reject. Ah, brutal.
So don't you when it comes up in these areas and it looks like it's going to reject, you short it?
Not when I have these three big power candles before it, really kind
Okay.
of makes me think that, like I said, so this looks like the bottom. We came
Yeah.
up, we kind of went stop hunting. We had one big move down, and then I don't know. We're trying to break it again. So there's just no clear indicator today. But normally this would be a bullish flag, right? So we have this big push up. We came back down, and then we're gonna have another big push up supposedly.
Okay.
So that's what I'm seeing.
Right. Okay.
But the only problem is this is like most recent highs. So we're at kind of a point where it could just totally flip. But again, bullish flag kind of gives me hope that we're going to have a big breakout to the upside.
Got it. Okay.
Every breakout so far is just getting rejected.
Right.
And then the volume is fairly low too.
Yeah.
Not a good sign.
Yeah. It just the week, and that's the way it was yesterday. The movements were just so weak.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're seeing too. So if there's no momentum, then momentum trading is trash. That's the way
Right.
she is.
Yep.
So there's better setups and better things we can do. Oh man. Ooh. Nothing's happening.
But yeah, but you're right. I mean, it's kind of staying up in that level. So I
Yeah.
suppose that's a sign that it could break out
Yeah. Oh,
to the upside.
yeah. There we go. Oh, just gonna play defense in case we get shot down. As we did. It's another failed attempt, which makes me think, well, that I don't know. We still have the want to go up, but it's just not
Yeah.
happening. Back to one. Mm. So, oops. Got it. So yep, man. Chop City.
Yeah.
And then now we're gonna try and go up again. No. But here's another tiny fair value gap that just got filled. See how we came back down to it and then we bounced again. Always kind of funny when the fair value gaps are just like clockwork. It's hard to catch them though. It's really hard to like determine. It's just a vacuum though. Like I said, it's like an indicator that says, "Hey, here's a imbalance that needs to get filled," and then once it's filled, it'll make the move.
Right.
Ah, such a dumb little couple trades today. At least it's 7:30 now. We're starting to get some momentum. It's a little better. Ah,
Do you ever add to negative positions?
no, I try not to.
Okay.
That's kind of like one of my rules.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, even if you think you're super confident, it's like better just to let that trade finish.
Let it go. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I have my buddy that makes a lot of money trading
Hmm.
crude.
Yeah,
He does that. Um, like like he'll add 10 or 20 contracts to a
yeah,
negative position.
yeah. Well, if he has some more information than the average trader, then yeah,
He's just a fucking risk taker. Unbelievable. Like I mean, he makes so much, he makes well over $1 million a year,
wow,
but he could lose his fucking shirt
yeah,
if crude dropped or went up 10%, which I mean, for crude, that would be unusual.
right,
And well, that rarely happens. I'm like, dude, it only takes one
right.
to fucking wipe you out.
Oh, oops.
All right. Definitely have a range here.
Yeah, it looks like we're breaking. Well, nope, nothing's getting broken. Rejected. I mean, it is a big indicator that we came back up to that same level, got rejected, but I mean, it's
It's
pretty
an
stubborn
indicator
today.
that eventually it's going to break it to the upside.
Uh, I mean, again, we're at highs right now, which is kind of frustrating, right? Not all time highs, but we're at highs for this newest curve, right? So we're still kind of I mean, if you look at we're still on the upside swing. So it just doesn't mean that we're going to go up today. It could meet
Yeah.
tomorrow,
Right.
you know. Uh,
Right.
but
Yep.
it's got a lot of resistance up here at 63. But right now, one, two, three, four fails. The fourth one is usually like determined that hey, we're going to go in a different direction now because we're not getting anywhere. And I mean, it's just perfectly stuck in this channel of
Yep.
the day's 5 minute, right? And if you
But
look at it,
that's, I mean, when you're stuck in a channel, then I mean, those can be good trades, right? I mean,
yeah, but it's also an hour in now to the market, and we haven't really shown where we're going to go. And if we're stuck in a channel, an hour in, we might finally make a move as well. So there's just no clear
yeah.
direction at the moment, which is annoying. Uh, yeah, take another little short here.
So you've not seen any A plus setups yet.
No, this has been a day of C's and D's setups. And I'm mostly just chopping myself to death, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I'm hoping we just start going down now.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah. Back to the VWAP. I'm just going to take a little nice $200, $300. Yeah, there we go. Now we finally did something. At least back to break even for this one. And then here's that order block, but we kind of broke through it anyway. So not a great representation of the order block.
And I'm sorry, what is the order block again?
So you see this one red candle? Can you see my mouse?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. So I mean, as soon as we hit it, we bounced a little bit, but we didn't have. Now we've got a lot of downward momentum.
Yeah.
But the order block just tells me that that's a crucial pivot point for either a reverse. It's not 100%, but I like those setups. I like those trades. Like I like to basically try and buy it when it hits the order block because then you see like now it's a point of resistance essentially.
Okay, so you that would be a long move.
Yeah, that would be a long move. So we came down, we hit the order block. Now we kind of have a little pump to the upside, but look at all these red candles. It's not going to be too long. But you see, it worked just like I said it was going to work. I probably should have taken the trade instead of.
Uh-huh.
But those are always kind of
But
that's like an A
that's
plus.
not an A plus trade.
No, that was like a B trade, but it's like a solid B. But usually, like I just made money on the downside, so it'd be kind of dumb to make money and then reverse it right away, right? So I
Yeah.
usually one of my rules is like if I just made a bunch of money, like just pause, like don't just give it all right back, you know?
Right. Exactly. Yep.
Yeah,
Sit
yeah,
back and watch.
yeah, and see what the next couple things are going to be.
Right. Yeah, I've noticed the same thing. You just have to take a breather.
Time we got some good juice. No, just kidding. Are we now going to finally break through to the upside? It'd be ridiculous. It might though.
All right. It's going to try again.
Yeah. It's got a little more momentum this time, and like so, like the reason it goes down right before it goes up is because there's like the theory for ICT is there's not enough shares for the big dogs to buy until they flush some of the open accounts out, and then they have enough shares they can purchase, and then they can continue higher.
What is ICT?
ICT is this like kooky trader guy who basically he did really good in the forex space, made a lot of money, or I don't actually know if he made a lot of money, but he's definitely studied the markets a lot.
Uh-huh.
So from forex, he kind of teaches you he's the guy that teaches the fair value gap, and basically looking for the market manipulators, right? That's kind of what his whole thing is. So
Uh-huh.
the market manipulators, they need, if they're gonna if the like let's say we're trying to go higher, right? So before we can go higher, they had this big sell off. Now there's enough available inventory for them to purchase more and make a bigger profit to go higher, right?
Okay.
So it's the same thing up and down though, like whatever they're really trying to do. So um, I'll send you a couple of his videos, but he's very long winded and boring to listen to. But
You call
his
him
concept, his
ICT?
yeah, ICT, that's his name. He's kind of famous, but and it's his methods aren't the end all be all, but there's some validity to them because he's made a lot of profitable traders, and it just is another way to view the market, and a lot of times it's pretty accurate. So,
Okay.
but like that's why whenever we see these big candlesticks, it means we went all the way down. All of they got bought up, and then now we can move higher now. That's like you can't just go higher, 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 higher unless everybody's on board. But like the big candlesticks, that's a big tell, right? So yeah, now we're gonna break through. I should have just fucking stayed in again.
It's a
But
big tell that there was a lot of sellers.
yeah, that there was market manipulation in a way.
Market, yeah, right,
Yeah, yeah. Not manipulating. It's really just large purchases.
right.
Uh, but they had to sell, and then they all bought back in down here, and then now they're gonna write it up. But we still are in this range, so had to sell again because we failed. But now there's a lot of purchases got bought back up at the VWAP. We should go through here theoretically, but we'll see. In theory, go back up to that one's positive 200 bucks. This one, we'll try and get back into the positive from here. But this range is just ranging it up. Hmm. 37 seconds. Well,
And you're usually close to quitting by now, right?
it just depends if I'm profitable, right? And I usually stay on until 8, sometimes 8:30. But you get decision fatigue, right? So if you make
Yeah,
too many shitty trades, like today has been a decision fatigue day. It's just too many not smooth moves, right?
yeah,
But sometimes you got to be patient, right? Like I said, you got to wait until the market gives you
yeah,
a real opportunity to make
yeah.
some money.
It's like this kind of stuff. You just sort of, it's just like, you get tired of looking at it, and then all of a sudden there's a fucking breakout,
Right.
crazy, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's give it a shot. Nope. Rejected. So, I mean, this will kind of, I don't know, might be a messy breakup, but I think I don't want to say anything. I don't know what we're doing. We keep hitting the same point and then rejecting, but
yeah,
we got a little more juice to go the distance now. Not really. We'll see. Uh, yeah. We're flirting with the idea of going up. I'll say that.
yeah.
We really are gonna need like a powerful candle here to break through this.
Yeah. Somebody will come in and push it through, maybe.
Yeah, you can see the volume is definitely growing. Yep. Cool. So I
Oh,
put
it
on a
gives
little,
you that. Okay, here we go. Could be.
I put on a little bit of size.
Oh yeah.
Not really though, but
Oh, Sierra chart tells you the volume instantly.
yeah. Yeah, that's another thing I don't like about Ninja Traders. There's no clock, and then
No,
the volume's kind of
no. I mean, it only
difficult.
gives it to you after the candle closes.
Yeah. Come on. Go. Go. So I'm just following it up because we've just been rejected here
Here it
so many
goes.
times. Yeah. Look at that. 1,000
Right.
bucks.
So now, what do we do?
I'm just following it up and chasing it, to be honest with you.
Are you buying at this point?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've been in.
Okay. Oh, sorry. That's I can't. I don't know what those. The blue is a.
That's where I got in.
Okay.
And then I still have two contracts writing.
Order filled.
All right.
Yeah, sorry.
And I
Right.
probably caught it too late, but
I mean, we finally broke past everything. So this is a good entry to ride it up. And then I'm just following it up. Um, trying to give it a little bit of space to breathe, but at the same time, I don't want to lose my profits because of the apex trailing drawdown, you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
So your stop is okay.
Come on, let's go for another ride. Oh, that's the top. 1,000 bucks. That was pretty cool. So what I did there is like, we came down. I finally saw this big ass green candle. I saw this one little red candle, and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, I think that's a good indicator that if I don't get stopped out here, we're gonna go higher. And then I bought two more shares for 3, and then I got profitable. So,
Okay.
and this account was negative, like 500 bucks. So I actually made 1,500 bucks. So that was pretty cool. And then now I don't want to touch that one again, and I'm back to being negative 500 bucks from earlier. So, anyways,
So
uh,
you entered at right around
this red candle right here,
right. Okay. Okay.
and then
You
like,
entered before it actually
yeah,
penetrated that.
yeah. So I mean, I saw this big move, and then this is kind of like if I get stopped out here, I'm okay with it because it's a short loss. But then if we
Yeah.
ride it higher, I doubled down as soon as I saw that we were keeping up to the upside.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can tell like we built up all this momentum here, and then blam. So that was kind of good. So,
Okay. So
anyways, kind of a random day still. But then look at that. See my original stupid line?
yeah.
It's still kind of preaching where we're going. So now, interesting. So now we're probably going to come back down and retest 60 or 93 around there. Or the high of the open is what I'm trying to say. Oh, I'm not gonna. Well, I might take a trade there. We'll see. But so usually once we have a big breakout, we retest and then we continue higher, right?
And when okay, so if you think it's how do you like how can you tell if you think it's a trend and you're going to get back in?
I'm gonna wait for it to come down here and then probably. I mean, again, we're at the all-time highs for this cycle right now, so it's kind of hard to tell. But right here would probably be a good spot to get in long again. Um, I'm currently missing it though. I'm just kind of watching. I just got burned so many times this morning. I don't trust it yet. Had that great big move, but I mean, I think this is going to be now we're stop hunting, right? So this is another. we had a big move up. We're stop hunting, which means we're looking if there's a floor here, right? So we're going to keep testing that floor, and then if we can't break through, then we're going to continue to the upside. But it's moving up again, so we'll see. Bum bum bum. You gotta love those green candles where the last like 5 seconds it's just like nope. Oh shoot. I mean, I guess I want to see what the interesting point. So yeah, the next level is around 680. So we're probably gonna hit 620 because it's the magical 20s, and then fight, and then maybe it'll keep going up. But we also hit this rejection line from my previous things. Look at that. We had that real big green candle and then piddled back down to nothing. No. Yeah, I might get it long again, but yes, this could be great thing. Here's the that's not no. This is kind of a crappy fair value gap right here. When I say crappy, I just mean it's not like a super solid one.
Do you have a kind of for the Apex? Do you have like I don't lose more than X amount on a trade?
No, I'll lose a whole account if I if I want to. Nah, I mean it would be a good thing to do, but it just depends on the day.
Right.
Okay, so we retested. I think we're probably gonna go down to like here, and then this will be kind of determining if we're gonna have an up day or if that was the high. But been pretty solid. I mean, that was a solid move up and a lot of volume. So the market wants to go higher.
So are you looking for like where it would go down to?
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of looking for like a bounce. It's kind of hard to tell because
That's a limit purchase, that green.
Yeah, that's if it comes on here, I'll get back in. But I should probably be more like right there. This is a wick test. Well, there's two wick. Maybe I missed the wick test, which was right here. We'll see if that one holds. Yeah, that was a good one, but now it's probably gonna take me out. Do. Yeah, that was dumb. So. No, that would have been a good trade. So that was kind of an A+ setup that I just muffed. I mean, I made $80, but so this right here was the top of the wick at the last range, right? And we literally came right to it. I got in, and then I moved my stop loss too soon, and I got taken out. But if I would have held, that would have been an A+ trade. Do you see what the wick I was talking about? And it only works the first time. It doesn't work the second time. But right here is where I was at the very top.
Eight.
Yeah. Right there. I don't want to be in that trade. But I like those. Those are cheap trades. And that's the exact point where it bounced, right? And then it would have been a quick from 20 to 30, 10-point trade, basically.
Wait, how come
is mine lagging? No, it's not lagging.
How come the prices on my chart are way different than yours?
Yesterday was a rollover day. Maybe are you on
it was?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So I'm on I don't know what I'm on. Maybe I'm on the wrong one on here. 59, 830. Oh yeah.
How
So
come, let's see, son of a bitch, Ninja Trader never, usually Ninja Trader will tell you
yeah, it should have.
that it was a rollover day.
What is the next day? I think it's like G or something. Actually, that's kind of funny. My bad.
Yeah, it's
So
December.
NQZ. Yeah. So actually, I was on the wrong one on trading me like a genius. NQZ. It's kind of weird.
Oh, okay, fuck. I've been on the wrong contract.
Trash. Rookies. Whatever though.
What can I say? I'm like, wait, I don't see 850.
Yeah. Okay. This one too. No, dang. Now we're pumping down. So not really pumping down, but I mean, that might be the test. And then, nope, we broke through. Oh, maybe. I'm going to give it a shot and probably get cooked.
So the blue means it's a long limit.
Yeah, that just means where I got in, and then this is my stop.
Okay.
So
So your
I'm probably
stops,
gonna
your stops are pretty tight.
I mean, they're fair. For NQ, 150 bucks. This is just one contract, and I'm still as this is kind of a dumb trade, but I still stand by it because it's just we're at an interesting pivot point. And I might get taken out, but if we're going up, then this is the last line of resistance. And sometimes we like to go a little bit lower and then bounce, but no, I got taken out.
Okay.
But usually, so like when you have a big move up, we hit it, and then if it's going to continue to the upside, that'll be the point of resistance, right?
Yeah.
But this time we broke through. So like I said, that was just I still stand by that trade, but it didn't work out because now we're just daggering down. Oh, nope. Guess here would have been interesting.
So where would you look to?
This order block right here.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That little
blip.
yeah.
But we kind of already hit it, right? So I don't know. I don't really like it as much. But
And so you would look to go long at that point.
yeah.
And there it is.
Yeah, and I got smoked though. Not quite what I wanted. But the first time that I hit it, it was a solid order block move. And then the second time is when I got it. So it only works the first time essentially. But now we're just kind of chugging back down to view up. Range days. But I mean, I don't know. Could still be, I'll let this candlestick kind of close and see where it closes, but this could also be where we move back to the upside.
So it's looking like an up day, just a
slow
big,
grind kind of
big movements up and down.
Yeah. So if we can just catch one of these ranges, it'd be pretty solid. I mean, I did catch one, but I'd like to catch another one. At least get this account back to some profit. Crazy people, man. It's kind of a falling knife at the moment, though.
Do you always use limit orders?
No, I like brackets too. Like the way that I should be trading this is I should be having a bracket order of, plus 1,000 minus 500, right? But on these range days, this is just dumb. It doesn't really quite do what you want.
What is a bracket order?
I mean, not a bracket order, but just have like, well, let me see. Dang, what a drop.
Yeah.
Missed it. But I mean, we did talk about it at the top. It's like that was kind of a new high. Now we're just gonna chug lower. But a bracket order is where you just basically, whoa. You have plus 200 minus 100, basically, or plus 1,000 minus 500.
It's like a range.
Yeah. Dang it, Sierra chart let me down. That's another thing I don't like about Sierra chart is it's like slow when you have these bigger moves because it just moves too fast for the data or whatever. So that's another reason why I have Ninja Trader, just to have two eyeballs on it. So we got 4 seconds. Let this candle close. Now what? We came back down to VWAP. Now it's just going down now. Oh, no, just kidding. Nah, I'm at 1,000. I'm done with that one. Yeah, I don't want to do these brackets right now. Whoa, 5 would be too much. I mean, we came back down to, oh man, that was a dive. When you start to see these bigger moves, you really just want to like get in at a fair position and then try and write it down. Just is so ridiculous. Come on, let's break through this. Let's go. Nope. We came all the way back up. Son of a bitch. Yeah.
So are you in a trade right now?
Yeah, not a good one though.
Okay. I've just never seen Sierra chart, so I can't tell what's going on. So.
Yeah, no, I had to make the screen look stupid because it wasn't keeping up with the actual chart.
Yeah.
Probably gonna get taken.
Biggest thing I learned today that it was a rollover and I didn't fucking know.
Yeah.
When did it roll over?
Yesterday.
That's what I thought. But you're essentially trading the old contract, right? If you don't roll over.
Yeah. I mean, I think the DOM is like the trades that you enter on. I think the charts just aren't the correct one, right? Because those contracts kind of expired yesterday, basically.
Right.
So like I don't know. It's like a new batch of future contracts of what it's going to be. So let's see if I can catch this move. And oh my god, see that's what I hate. Stupid Sierra chart. Stupid. Oh, now we tapped yesterday's high again. We'll see if we break to the upside or if this is a new point of resistance for down. I don't really like being in this right now, so I got out. But we could have a new move. Well, I don't want to say it. Let's see. We could have a pretty solid pump to the upside again, but that down that we just had was a lot of momentum for the Bears.
Yeah.
But then you see we came back to this fair value gap. Especially these flat candlesticks. That's always like a tell.
Okay, so I need to read up on fair value gap.
Yeah, definitely. And again, it's not the end all be all, but it's just another point of interest, I would say.
Sure.
Yeah.
All these little things can be clues.
Right. Do
And
now.
that's the ICT guy that I think you said.
Yeah, he's definitely worth learning. Like I said, it's just another bit of useful information. And when I like viewing the market from his, you know, point of view and just taking it with a grain of salt, essentially
Yeah.
seeing because like sometimes it's just like dead on, right? But again, other times there's reality where the charts are just gonna, you know, it's fooled by randomness. You know, there's just too many things going on. That was a good move. Pivot, little profit back to the VWAP. Are we gonna break the VWAP or are we gonna just bounce? Yeah, we broke a little bit. Cool. I'm just gonna chase it because lots of resistance down here. I would love to hold on and just let it run all the way through, but I'm just gonna let it do what it does. Oh man, this would be cool. But yeah, these candles imbalance getting pulled into it. I'm hoping we break through and we just go all the way down here to like 720.
Yeah.
No, it's taken out right there. Rejection. But let's see. I mean, you can also see though, like we made lower low, lower low, lower low, lower low. So that's kind of a tell that we're going down. But
Yep.
I'm tempted to go long here, but yeah, I'm gonna get in. Nope. Oh, dude. 15. Yeah. Crap.
No, a prior high looks like a resistance point.
Yeah. Probably just roll over. But just kind of seeing if we can get some momentum to the upside. Go back up here, but I don't know. Like we got some strong points and like we hit this low, bounce, didn't break a new low, bounce. We'll see. Sometimes you got to try the stupid trades. Sometimes it works out. Not recommended. We just had so much momentum to the upside a little bit ago. It's just kind of,
Yeah.
we'll see. And this will probably snap down. Cool. I'm gonna take $100 or whatever. 150. Come on, push.
Is that a long entry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's moving slow, but I'm hoping for a little breakout pop right here. We'll see. Nothing. I'll probably go now that I got taken out. That's how it goes. But I was keeping my tech close. I just wanted to make a little bit of money there. Not sure what we're doing. We're at another point of resistance now. We could just fall through now. I mean, I think we might have to go, we might be going back down to these wicks. That's what I'm thinking. But we got a nice little chop going on now. And then here's one of those little ranges I was talking about. Basically, boom. So we haven't broken this out yet.
Yeah, that's what studying candle patterns is something I haven't done enough of.
Yeah.
Is that the ICT guy that gives a lot of insight to that?
Again, he's not really candle patterns. He doesn't really have like his genre is ICT. Like, he has a whole thing.
Oh, that's the name of the
No, that's his name. That's his trade. It sounds for inner or ITC. I don't know what it is. Inner Trading Club or whatever, something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, he basically did futures in the 90s or something, and then learned a lot of insider knowledge or something on just kind of market manipulation. He's kind of a slight conspiracy theory, but a lot of his stuff works and can make you some good money.
Okay.
Worth listen. I mean, I don't know which videos to point you in because he has like 100 of them, and a lot of them are him just fucking yapping, and he's not. It's not very clear, but if you can pick up on his stuff, and I tend to definitely at least use the fair value gaps and the daily biases, and just kind of the market manipulation. Like those are all useful things to understand and kind of know.
Okay.
Well, here will be the decision point of higher or lower. So, I mean, we're still pretty bullish-ish. Love the range. Break on through to the other side. Nope, didn't do it. Say $100. Yes. I still don't trust it though. And that was just not being patient. But at the same time, I don't want to lose money. So I move my stop loss real quick, make $100, and then
Yeah.
it continues afterwards, which is great.
How many contracts was that?
That was 2.
Okay.
I'm really only trying to do like 1 or 2 today because it's just so choppy. There's just no point in putting on any size. I mean, the one move I did, I scaled up. So I got in with 1. I saw it was going in my direction. I added 2, right? So then 3 contracts is like the biggest trade I'll do today.
Right.
Back to this little middle ground here. Boom. Oop. Yeah. Nothing magical happening today. And then tomorrow is going to be another day like this, but tomorrow might be exciting, right? Tomorrow
Yeah, I
we
think tomorrow's going to be pretty exciting.
get some big swings. Hopefully, don't get chopped, but at least we'll have more volume, which is really what we want. Ugh, would have just stayed in from down here. Would have been still cooking. It's one thing, I'm working on is trying to trade with, maybe a little more size, but mostly just when you got a winning trade, like stick with it, right? There's not my quote, but it's like when you got the market by the balls, you got to squeeze harder.
Right.
Right. So you got to sit through that uncomfortable
Do
moment.
do you move your target and chase it from the bottom or chase it from the profit?
What do you mean?
Like if it's running like right now,
Yeah.
do you just I mean, you don't want it to just hit a target and you're done. You want to support it
Yeah.
from the bottom, right?
I mean, I'd like to ride some of these bigger ones up. But today has been so choppy. I got, trade PTSD basically. So I just keep moving my stop loss so I make a little bit of money. I don't want to lose
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
But it is better to let the winners ride, right? And trying not to constantly be chasing it up with the stop loss because you miss these big moves. I got
Right.
one little move here, one little move there, but it could have been
So
one
you
fluid
just
move.
have to get a sense of confidence that it's going to just keep doing its thing.
Yeah, and just patience too. It's just another practice of like once you're in it, like just let it ride, let it do its thing.
Yeah.
I mean that's kind of another reason why the brackets are good for the combines, where you have like your profit is already determined, your stop is determined, and then you just enter the trade, and then whatever happens, right? You just kind of let it happen. But really, what I do is I just kind of I'm a scalper, so I'm just scalping $100, $200, $300, and then if I get a good one, try and ride that all the way out, like we saw earlier. One
Yeah.
good trade basically can make up for all the little tiny stupid ones that I messed up on.
Yeah.
So here's another look for a floor, essentially, right? So we had this big move up. We're looking for the floor now, so we're gonna have
Yep.
some pullback. If it catches, we'll go higher. Otherwise, we're going back down to the view up. And
Yep.
it'll typically happen fairly quickly if we're going to the view up. Filled all these little fair value gaps. Let's see. Yeah, we kind of broke this little channel here too. Well, no, we'll wait for this candle to end. We'll see what happens. Hmm. Nope, wrong. Go. Nope. And we're back to the middle range of the day. Very just like boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 3.
Order filled.
Shorten.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
It's funny, like that. I told you I use the 120 EMA,
Yeah.
and it's very close to the VWAP.
Nice.
And down, exiting, right.
Order filled.
No.
Cool.
And maybe should have stayed in. I'm not sure. Yep,
Yeah.
should have stayed in.
Like I said, we're going back to the VWAP and it's going to happen quick. Hopefully we go lower actually. Nope, bounced right off the VWAP. But I mean, that was a pretty fast move, you know.
Yeah.
The bears are quick. But yeah, I got in up here because that was another one of those pivot points where it's like, hey, if we go higher, I'm in. If I get stopped out, whatever, no big deal. And then I got stopped out, and then I got into the downside. But you know, it was like pump up, checking for the floor, check for the floor, no floor, boom. So it's an interesting way to look at it. Hey, we started a higher high now. Which is interesting. Or a higher low, sorry.
I've been using this this indicator. I think I told you this company, Back to the Future Trading.
Yeah.
And they have they're basically buy sell indicators, and they're fine, but you don't take a step back and look at what's happening on the chart
Yeah.
when you follow that kind of stuff.
You just get in when they tell you to buy. Is that what those notifications are?
Yeah, it's just there. Yeah, it's just basically like it had a sell up it. I mean, they're actually pretty good, and they actually, for the most part, they work pretty well. But like I said, you don't you don't sit back and look at what's happening. It's
Right.
like you know, you could be a fucking monkey.
Yeah.
And
I
you know,
mean, if it works, it works, but I haven't found one of those.
yeah,
That
but
really
I
works.
wanted to learn more about what's going on, and that's kind of
Right.
what it's like. Um, and that's what you're that's kind of what you're teaching me is um, hold on, take a step back and look
Yeah.
at what's happening, and you can make those judgments yourself.
Yeah. It's like a game of Pictionary. It's like, is it going to do this or that? And today's Pictionary is just ugly, right? You can't tell what the fuck it is. It's just like, but
Yeah.
most days, you can kind of get an idea from the range and the direction.
Sure.
And then once you don't always want to be like a predictor. As soon as you're like a predictor, you kind of tend to lose, but you want to
Yes.
be an observer. You want to
Observer.
have, probabilities, like I probably should have stayed in that trade I was just in.
Yeah. And I went through that. I was like, went through that. It's like, you're a predictor, and then you're like, when it goes against me, I'm like, fuck, I'm stubborn, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna stay in because I know it's gonna do what I thought it was gonna do, and then
Yeah.
that's when you're fucked.
Right. Mm.
Take off whenever you need to. So
I got to make my money back from this morning.
yeah,
It's finally doing the right thing. So earlier today it was not so good. That one's dead. That one's up 1,000, 200 bucks, $50. Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah, now we're going back. 700 to, yeah, 150 point range, basically. Like 700s down here to 850. We're just bouncing around it. I mean, we did just have this big move up, right? So we had this big move up. Now the market is just kind of adjusting to the new highs. Yeah. And then tomorrow we'll see what she does. I mean, it'll probably just, I don't know, it could just skyrocket tomorrow and take us back to, well, I mean, I don't know if I'm looking at the chart, it's very much more likely that it's just going to flop.
what is that? What is that green red?
I think it's just another VWAP as well.
Okay.
That's it's either the VWAP. Let me see. No, it's not the VWAP. So it's the MACD. I don't even know what
Oh,
that
that's
is.
a MACD. Okay.
Yeah. That kind of shows you the curve. It's green. We're kind of on the slight upswing or whatever. I sometimes I just have these indicators because I was testing them and I just left them on. I forgot about them.
Right. Yeah. I know. They just sit there and then you just ignore them.
Yeah.
Those little buy sell indicators are pretty good.
Yeah, but again, it's after the fact pretty much.
Right. Right.
I mean, I could do the same thing. Sometimes they do pop up though, and like I just like it because sometimes, well, that's not true. Like sometimes it's wrong, and I'm totally screwed. But it's just another like, okay, you do have a good move here if you want to. You know, you have somebody else, some other weird algorithm agrees that hey, this is a good time to sell.
Right. Yes.
5 minute. Where'd it go? Back to the VWAP, or I mean, we started making higher highs or higher lows. I mean, which is nah. Now we're just gonna totally break through. I mean, a lot of times, like if we go below the VWAP and then we cross the VWAP again, it's a pretty bullish sign.
Yeah.
So we kind of broke through here, went up, we're testing it again. So I'm looking for a long here potentially, but I'm also watching to see how far below the VWAP if we break through.
Right.
Let's see.
Are you long?
Yeah, but it's not working. Rejection. Probably just need to wait for it to do more. Yeah, I just took out my shot. Now we're going down. Mm. Yeah, we broke through. Let's see. Right, what time do I gotta do something? Yeah. So I'm gonna probably start doing some other work. People blowing up my phone now. Come on. Hmm. See if we get one.
Oh,
Run it. Nope. Oh, that was good.
stop fell.
Are you long?
Short.
Yeah.
Yeah, short.
I'm holding on for potential. See if it's just gonna shoot through all these, go down, maybe around here, maybe. But a lot of resistance. So, yeah. Damn it. Should have just took the profit. Nope. Gonna reverse. All right, cool. Well, I'm probably gonna wrap up here. We'll link up again tomorrow and see how the market treats us then.
Okay.
Cool.
Same time, same bat channel.
Yeah.
And how to on Slack.
Yeah, I'll try and send you a message. I'm just kind of like, I mean, you're just kind of like, did you do your whatever your pre-trading ritual is, whether it's, look at the charts, look at the pivot points. What was your mindset going into the day? What was your P&L when you stopped? What was your profit goal? I mean, I don't really know if you want profit goals because it's kind of like, what did the market do? But did you win or did you lose? Right. And then what did you learn from that experience essentially?
Okay.
Um, and the key thing is like, we don't just want it to be, negative chatter, be like, I should have done this, should have done that. It's like, what did you do good? And then what can you do better tomorrow?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll message you in there and then send you a couple videos on some of the ICT ones that were pretty good. It doesn't have to be from ICT. There's a lot of people that talk about the ICT concepts that have some pretty solid videos.
It's ITC or ICT?
I think it's ICT.
Okay.
Inner Club Trade. I don't know.
All right. Let's see how far we go.
Yeah. Are you still in?
No, unfortunately I exited.
All right, cool. All right, right on. Have a good day.